If you are new here, hello, I'm Yara and I make pottery. I have started this year in January and I have learned for the whole year to throw on the wheel. So all of my pieces that you see in my videos are thrown on the wheel with clay by me, and then I bring them home and paint them with underglazes, and they are fired in 1200 degrees Celsius. They are food safe. They are glazed with transparent glaze. If you are not new here, you will know that I'm obsessed. But if you are new here, you will learn that along the way of listening to me ramble about it, I think. For this collection, I decided it's gonna be really experimental. I just wanted to see how the colors will act. I just wanted to see how different shapes of pottery will look with different colors and motifs. That is why it's actually a pretty interesting collection. I have learned quite some things along the way of making and painting those pieces, and that is because they're so versatile. There has been some great failures in this set of pieces and also some really cute stuff. So if you're interested in pottery, in art, in chill video, talking a lot about art, then I think you will enjoy this video. You're welcome to create alongside of this video. I love us artists gathering together, even if it is online, and just create together. I think these kinds of things keep us people sane. So I think it's very important to create and to have company of some chill vibes. This is the kind of space I'm trying to provide here. So yeah, that is my intention behind my videos. The first piece was actually thrown with, to me, one of the most amazing colors of clay. I love brown color. It's one of my favorite colors, if not my favorite. And one day when I came to the pottery studio months ago, there was some brown clay there. And I was so excited and I thrown it on the wheel. It had so much sand in it. If you didn't know, the clays are smooth or they're really sandy. It depends on the type of clay. And this one had so much sand in it. It was probably not meant to throw on the pottery wheel, but to hand build with. But yeah, it was so rough that I actually bled all over this piece while I was throwing it. It looked kind of crazy. I mean, there was not like critical, like it was not crazy bloody. It was just, I have injured my hands on this piece of clay because I refused to stop, because I have only realized I was bleeding when I was very deep in the making process, and I just decided I will quickly finish it. So long story short, I have made this pot from the brown clay and I loved it so much. I've made this cute little handle on it, and it was at the time one of my best pieces yet. So I have decided to make a really special paintings on it. I have decided to paint on it some cottagecore kinda motifs, you know, a couple of chickens, a radish, tomato, and this kind of cutesy stuff. And yeah, it looked really cute before going to the clean, and I was really excited about this one. At the end of this video, you will see how those pieces turn out. The next piece I'm gonna paint today is this little cup without a handle. This one is really cute. The story behind this one is that it actually had a handle once, but it broke. So I have sent the remains of the handle away, and now it's just a little cup for, I don't know what, ice cream, I guess. It's kind of cute. I decided to paint a little red sun on the top of the design, and on the bottom I decided I will make this golden wheat field, the golden field vibes. And the inside I have painted yellow. I didn't intend for it to look kind of Japanese, but it kind of looks like a Japanese cup because of the red sun, I think, and because of the cute smallish cup without a handle, and I am not complaining about it. So yeah, that is the story about this cup. The next piece I have painted was a little cappuccino cup. I loved this cup. It looked sad to me because of the handle looking down, like being turned down. It looked sad. I don't know if you know what I mean, but it was a really cute cup. And I loved this light gray color, and I have decided to paint a storm on it because the background was already gray, so it could be like a dark sky, you know. And then on top I have painted little dark clouds and rain and storm, like the lightnings. And I had really cute hopes for this one. Inside my cups I like to write little messages, so inside this one I have written every storm passes. This is the message in the cup. And yeah, I thought of it like this sad cappuccino cup that has a little inspiring message on the bottom, and you know, it's a really cute idea. And that's what I have to say about this one. Had really high hopes for it. It's not good to have high hopes, especially for the things you are experimenting with and you don't know how they will act yet. So that's all I'm gonna say on this one right now. By the way, I have painted all of those pieces at the end of summer in August of 2025. It was a beautiful summer this year, but it was not long because as soon as September hit, here in Slovenia where I live, in Central Europe, it had gotten cold and wet, and the summer was over. So I'm looking at this footage back and I'm just enjoying looking at it because I really like summers. I really like warm weather, and unfortunately where I live here the summer is like 3 months long, or maybe if I'm generous 4 months. It's middle of May, June, July, August, and to the middle of September. So that's not ideal for someone who just loves warm weather, but that's what we are working with right now at this stage of my life. So that's what I have to say about that. The next piece I'm gonna paint today and show you the process of it is my first plate ever. This is the first plate I have ever made to the finish line. I think I have tried making plates before, but it didn't turn out good. But this one I have thrown on the wheel, and then I had painted it and glazed it, and I'm happy to announce that I'm now using it. But here you can see how I have painted those little vegetables on it. I have painted little radish, a carrot, eggplant, tomato, broccoli, and cabbage on this plate. And it is a change of scenery because it was evening time and I was painting this inside in my living room. So that is why the lighting is really not that appealing, but yeah, it was a cozy summer evening in, and That's actually all I have to say about this plate. It's nothing particularly special. People at my pottery studio loved it very much, but yeah, it is nothing special. It is just a quick, cute idea of painting little vegetables on this white plate. And that is all I have to say about this plate. Oh, I can say that plates are the most satisfying to, I don't know what this part of the process is called. Wait a minute, I will ask ChatGPT. Hey, what is the struženje in pottery making called in English?
What you're describing is usually called trimming in English. So after you've thrown...
Trimming. So yeah, what I was saying is that plates are usually the most satisfying to trim, also the hardest, but it is just amazing because you start at the center and then you pull the tool away and it trims everything in this perfect line, and it's hard to explain, but if you have thrown plate on the wheel before, I think you will know what I'm saying. It's the hardest to trim, but it's also the most satisfying to trim, and those two don't usually go together, so yeah, really surprising. The next thing I have painted was this little cute cup. I have decided to go all in on this one. It is also a cappuccino mug. The size is a cappuccino and it's a really cute mug. I was experimenting with the shapes of mugs I want to make, so this one is not usual for me, but yeah, it's the size of cappuccino, of small coffee, I guess. And I was just starting this painting piece of mine back then. It is a new painting I have started, not finished yet, but it is this field of sunflowers, and in front of them there stands this girl. Anyways, I was just very inspired to paint sunflowers back then, and still am. I love sunflowers, and I was inspired to make this landscape of sunflowers, a field of sunflowers where most of sunflowers are yellow, but some of them in between are also some different colors, because if you didn't know that, if you are not flowers fan or don't know much about gardening, sunflowers come in all different shapes and sizes and colors, and they are just, you know, huge blossoms of saturated colors. So what else would you want from a flower? You know, the sunflowers are amazing. And yeah, I was really inspired to paint the sunflowers and blue sky above. The blue sky really represents peace to me. It's this symbol of, you know, things being still in a good way, in a peaceful way. Just, you know, clear blue skies, no clouds. So yeah, it's very symbolic to me, and I wanted to paint this little mug with sunflowers and clear skies to represent happiness, really. The message that I have written inside is, "You are the sunshine." And yeah, I have really fallen in love with the messages inside the cups with this collection, because I think it's a perfect spot to put something nice there, to write something nice. Also, I was always a fan of words. I always liked to write little messages, little mindful, calming, well-being messages around my stuff and my paintings and my sketchbook. So I'm really happy that I have found the spot to do it on the final products of mine. So yeah, I'm really happy about that. So this one took me a really long time. This one took me like 4 hours. And this is the thing about handmade stuff. You know, people are like, this is very expensive. I'm not selling pottery, by the way. But people are like, this is too expensive, because a cup, a handmade mug from a potter is like 60 or 70 bucks, but when you throw the numbers together, it is actually not overpriced at all. It just covers materials and time and, you know, firing of the cup and throwing it and trimming it and painting it and all this process. It barely covers it, right? Fair price of an artist being paid well for a mug would be $100, for example. But you know, nobody would, I mean, rare people can afford $100 for a mug, or they're like, why would I pay $100 for this mug if I can get a mug in the store that is like $10, right? Or nowadays, you know, with all the cheap stores, you can probably get a mug for $1. And my personal fear of pricing my pottery high enough to cover the costs and for me to still earn something is that people are gonna pay a lot for the piece and then they will not want to use it because it will be that piece, you know, the piece where the dust settle on it on the shelf, because the person buying it will be like, this is very precious, I don't want to ruin this, so they will just not use it. And I don't want that. I want my pieces to be used for an everyday use. I want them to bring people joy and inspire them. And yeah, I really don't want to make pieces that will end up on a shelf or a drawer. And I don't know, I know it's not in my control, but I feel like if I will put a fair price on them, that will happen. So it's a complicated topic about pricing handmade art. But yeah, those are just a couple of my thoughts from recently. Anyways, we are here on the last piece that I have painted in this collection, and it is this cutesy bowl for, I don't know, maybe a pudding bowl. It's really cute. I like this shape of 90-degree angle. I love this shape of bowl. I never used it yet, but we will see if I actually like to use it. But I just love the look of it. I just love the look of 90-degree angled bowl. I like these strong angles, I guess. And on this one, I have painted green grass and blue sky. That is similar to what I was talking about earlier, symbolically speaking. Green grass and blue skies mean peaceful spaciousness, stillness to me. Peaceful, spacious, I can breathe. The skies are clear and the grass is green. Everything is okay, kind of deal. And I like the simplicity of it. Like this design has nothing, just green grass fields and blue skies. So no flowers, no trees, nothing, just simplicity. And if you have been here for some time, you will know that I love simplicity. So later on, I figured that this would be a perfect dog or cat bowl. And I unfortunately do not have a dog. I just haven't found the space in my life to have one. But maybe until then, I could make some pet bowls for other people who have pets. And yeah, it's like my pudding bowl or a cat bowl, I guess, or a small soup bowl. And yeah, that is how I finished off this collection, and I have really enjoyed it. I think I'm not alone here to say that I am not experimenting enough with my art. I don't think. I mean, it's very comfortable and cool to know what your thing is and to do that. You know, to exactly know what you want to do, what you want to paint, what you will create. It's a comforting, stable feeling, but a certain amount of experimentation, I think, is crucial for a healthy artistry. And that is why I have really enjoyed those pieces. those are the pieces before firing. And are you excited to see how they look after? Because you will see it now. I'm here approximately a month and a half after I painted the pieces. Wait, I will check the exact date. I have painted the last piece on 10th of August and now it's 30th of September. So it's a month and 20 days, quite a long time. But now I'm gonna show you how everything turned out. Do I really need to say anything about this one? I don't think so. Horrible. Underglazes that I have, it says that you can paint over the darks. And apparently that is not true because look at those chickens. I have painted through everything 3 times. So that is what happened with the cup that I bled for. And that is what happens sometimes with pottery. It's an exciting medium because you never know what's gonna happen to you and what is gonna happen with the time you invested in some pieces. And I am kind of bitter about this mug, but fortunately one of my friends really liked it, even though this happened to it. So I'm gonna give it to him and he can use it. I think he liked it because he did not see the before the firing. Anyways, this one is going away. The next mug that I have made in this video is the Japanese looking ice cream cup. Here it is, cute. I don't know what I'm gonna use it for. I guess it can be used for tea or ice cream. I don't eat that much ice cream, but I think it's cute. The next one I have made is the second most horrible one, and it did not turn out well. You see what happens when it's fired, it just becomes way darker than it was before. This became dark gray and the clouds and the storm does not show through at all. So it's just a dark blob of nothingness, and it doesn't even look like a sad cappuccino mug that I wanted to make. So the next piece I have painted is this plate. I have already used it multiple times, and I can say that it is a different feeling to eat from handmade pieces than from store-bought pieces. And I think you know that if you have handmade pottery in your home. It's a totally different feeling, it's a totally different vibe. Handmade stuff are so lovely. And if I would know that years back that I can make or buy handmade imperfect things and eat and drink from that, I would have never buy store-bought plates and mugs and anything really that can be made handmade with clay, because this is just too good. And the next piece is this mug. It's gorgeous. You know, some things turn out horrible and some things turn out way better that I thought they can turn out, and this one is just perfect. It is perfect to me, and here my hard work paid off, I feel like, because it really looks like the work that I have put into it, and it's really detailed, really cute. The colors are just right, really good. I love sunflowers. I think the sunflowers are good luck, and I think this mug is the proof of that. Amazing, amazing. And the last piece of this collection, bittersweet, I know, but I'm gonna wrap up this story. I'm gonna show you this last one, which is pudding cup slash dog slash cat bowl. It turned out like this. I don't know how I feel about this one. I'm not happy about it. I'm not frustrated about it. It's just very mid. The sky is too dark of a blue. The grass also is too dark, but yeah, it's okay. The shape is cool, but I don't know. Yeah, as I said, I don't know what I will use it for yet, but yeah, I just don't know about this one. That is all I can say about this one. And yeah, those are all the pieces, all of my experimental pieces from my experimental collection that I have made in the summer of 2025. Now we are in the fall, and I'm wrapping up this story by posting this video up and moving on to my next creative projects. As I said, some of these pieces are gonna go into my kitchen. Some of them already were in my kitchen, and I have brought them here to show them to you guys. And some of them, they are gonna go to my friend's house, and some of them, they're gonna go to the wasteland. And this is just, you know, the reality of learning how to make pottery.